Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your March 2026 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you. We have helpful people, so a person or people may well be influential for you this month. And with that Sagittarius, we have yes. So this can be confirmations, answered prayers. It can be you saying yes to someone or them saying yes to you as well. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians? Thank you. Let's pull a romance angel message. What does Sagittarius need to hear? Thank you for the month of March. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And let's see what we have for you as a money message. Message for Sagittarius, thank you. We have take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer serving you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. I always say, trust your intuition when we talk about chances in a general tarot reading. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians? Thank you. As usual, we're going to go through the energies week by week. But remember, there is divine timing and orchestration in all things. So let's see what we have for you. First card, week 1, we have the Five of Wands, fire energy. Week 2, we have the Lovers. Week 3, we have the World. Week 4, we have the Page of Swords. Let's go deeper, pull extra cards. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides, for the month of March. Starting with the Five of Wands, week 1. So I'm going to take them one by one. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Justice card, the World card and the Six of Swords, and we have the Knight of Wands. So Sagittarius, the energy of the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords can be a card of deception. Now, sometimes we keep secrets. Sometimes we keep our cards close to our chest because it's in our interest to do so. So if you're competing for something this month, coming into the first week of March, the Five of Wands competing against others for whatever you want. Everybody wants to win in this scenario. This is that scenario here. You might be doing it secretly. You might be keeping your cards close to your chest. It could well be, for example, in business because you don't want your current place of work to know. So this can be that scenario here of you might be competing for something here. Could be a job, business opportunity, something that you're really keeping close to your chest here. This can be a very powerful thing on that basis. Now, the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands can also be to do with deception on some level. Lies, deceit, betrayal, stealing, someone keeping secrets, someone, not being open with you, lies, so there could be some fallout, something could be coming to light, or you might be dealing with something here, Sagittarius, where, again, it can represent some kind of conflict to do with some level of deception that you're dealing with here. But, with the energy here on the table, with fire energy, you want to sort it out. This is that scenario here of you absolutely want to sort this out one way or another. You're absolutely in it to kind of like win it, resolve it, overcome it. But it's an energy of conflict in the sense of you're not on board with, you're not on the same level, you're not on the same page. There's dispute, there's conflict, is what I'm seeing for you. So you could be dealing with that, but well within your power to overcome it. Week 2, we have Justice and the Lovers. So if this is to do with legal experiences, government institutions, contractual issues, to do with the level of fallout, conflict, disagreements, battling for something, everybody wanting to win, this can represent a very powerful decision. It can be something that affects a relationship or something that is beyond the relationship. So this can be about two people, conflict between two people, and it could well be there's a decision, a final decision in terms of to accept maybe some official decision coming in or not. But it can also represent other areas of life that might affect a relationship. So that could be business, whatever the conflict is about, payouts, contractual issues, the right, true, fair, and honourable being done. So this can represent legal, official decisions, authority decisions coming in, and then you decide whether you accept that or not. But it's generally quite fair justice, and it generally represents that it's quite karmic in the sense that justice is on your side, truth is on your side, truth will out. The right, the true, the fair, the honourable is absolutely on your side here. Now, I also want to say here, if you have been deceived by somebody, now the Five of Wands can be a person, a people, it can be to do with the relationship itself, but it can also be with another person. So again, there could well be some decision and you're talking it out between the two of you. What's the right thing to do? What should I do now? How should I move forward? So these can be conversations, decisions that you might be having, but making healthy choices, healthy decisions for you, is what I'm seeing here. The Lovers is two people who are at some kind of crossroads, and there's a choice to make or a decision either about the union or the relationship itself, or in other life areas, but it's something that really affects the both of you. So, and these two people can also support each other. So this certainly feels here, Sagittarius, that you have some choice or decision to make around week 2 period. And it's likely going to be either about a relationship or between two people. Now, the Lovers can also be to do with things like business partnerships or something that involves two people who generally fit together like pieces of a jigsaw, but do you anymore? Is it working for you? Have you come to a crossroads because of someone's actions? Like I said, it can also be about other life areas that affect two people as well. So this is the energy on the table, but we know what the right thing to do is with justice on a personal level. If this isn't to do with official decisions, justice is knowing what the right thing to do is, karmic lesson learned, to guide some choice and decision in what the right thing to do is now. And we can choose whether we want to do the right thing or not, but then should we choose not to listen to what's right, true, fair, honourable, then we live with what we choose. We go around the same kind of karmic lesson. That can be the scenario too. You know what to expect. So there's definitely an opportunity either to make some karmic decision choice here that might affect two people, or for others of you, it can represent an official decision, and then you have to decide what you want to do next. So this can be that scenario here, Sagittarius. I really do like the World coming after this, because on an official capacity, the World is a completion. It could be a process, something that you've been battling for, conflict, arguments, fallouts, disagreements. This can represent a successful outcome. Something is closing off for you, an experience is closing off for you. It completes, you get to draw a line under that. With the Six of Swords, healing, moving on from it. The worst is now behind you and you're moving towards better times. So this can be energetically really positive in the sense of, oh, thank goodness that's over. I can finally move on from this. I can finally put it behind me. I know it's going to take me a little bit of time to get my energy sorted out again and healing and recovering from this, but I can absolutely move away. The worst is behind me. So this can be that scenario of you have an opportunity to start putting something behind you because it's complete. It's closing off that cycle. So this can be very powerful on that basis. The energy of this can also be a choice for you again with the Lovers. It can be what you choose to do about a relationship or the choice between the two of you are making. The Six of Swords can be linked with moving or relocating, moving from potentially one job to another, one home to another. It can be linked to travel as well, so going away, taking a vacation or traveling somewhere. So this can be very powerful here, Sagittarius, in terms of putting the worst behind you in terms of healing. Feeling that you're dealing with something and making a clear choice here, week 2, and you're comfortable with that choice. Now the worst is behind you and you move towards better times. But like I said, it can be practically moving from A to B or energetically putting it behind you. The World card can represent completion. So this either can represent, I've spoken about processes, cycles completing on that basis from an official capacity, but it can also be about a completion to do with a relationship or completion to do with an area of your life where you're choosing to move away from it. So this can be about closing one door, getting closure, moving away, healing, recovery, knowing that you're moving in the right direction and there are better times to come. Similarly, it can also be about choosing to draw the line under a situation, maybe where there's been some fallout, disagreement with another person, and you kind of say, it is what it is. Let's just draw the line under that whole cycle, that whole phase, and see if we can heal, see if we can build back up, see if we can actually put the worst behind us and move towards better times. So you have a choice whether to potentially end a relationship or to heal one with this kind of energy. And like I said, for others of you, it could well be a choice between the two of you to close off one phase of your life and move in the right direction. This is that scenario, but you are moving in the right direction either way here, Sagittarius, by week 3. I also want to say, if you're competing for something, justice can represent a contract being offered to you as well. And again, this might well affect the changes that you're making by week 3. Because when we have week 4, Page of Swords, clarity, everything becomes clear, fresh perspectives. It's also very positive in terms of news, conversations. The Knight of Wands is extremely exciting. It can have a flavour of Sagittarian energy as a minor arcana card. This would be you. If it was, to do with your minor arcana, this is actually the card of Sagittarius for me as a reader. Knight of Wands can represent offers and opportunities for change, and it's fire energy, something that's getting you all fired up. So this is really powerful in terms of everything becoming clear, that it can represent some offer coming in, job, business opportunity, venture, something that excites you, something that's really connected to your heart and soul. There's growth, creativity, drive, passion linked with the Knight of Wands as an offer and opportunity. So this is a really powerful energy on that basis, and it also does give you an opportunity to potentially depart somewhere, leave something behind. So again, these energies can tie in very powerfully. Now, the Knight of Wands can also be very powerful in terms of exciting change. So if you're waiting for green lights, here's Sagittarius. If you're waiting for approvals in week 4, it doesn't necessarily have to be linked with the previous weeks, but it's just a sign of exciting change and being very clear that you're now embracing that. You're moving in the right direction with passion and purpose. And I certainly feel here that the more that you lean into this energy from week 3, this is that sense of the more you're embracing exciting change and it's gaining its own momentum in your own energy. But if you're waiting for approvals, go-aheads, the yes, from an entity or a person or place, this is absolutely very powerful in terms of getting news on that basis. You're getting the green light, the go-ahead. It's all systems go. Very, very positive energy on that basis is what I'm seeing for you here. I also want to say here, Sagittarius, again, just as a week on its own, it might well be here that there is some message that's coming to light and you have to just go. So some news, some information coming in, and it means you have to just go somewhere. So it might well be here that, like I said, you just have to react to this quite quickly. Something just makes you even drop everything and just go, react, move forward, go and see someone, take the reins and charge ahead in terms of a situation. It could well be some news just makes you say, I have to go and do this, I have to do this now. This can be that kind of scenario as well. It can sometimes be quite sudden energy, these two cards together. So I certainly feel here, Sagittarius, for those of you who are taking a divinely guided chance, it certainly feels here an opportunity to close off one cycle of a situation and move away from difficulty, troubles, fallouts, disagreements, and heal. Align with a path of recovery, healing, positivity, energetically, putting the worst behind you and moving towards better times. Like I said, it can also be about moving from A to B as well, not just energetically, but also practically too. And again, tying in with these energies, just exciting change happening for you. People might well be influential in terms of how you do move forward, so just bear that in mind. But it certainly feels, Sagittarius, when we talk about the lovers as a relationship, there is chemistry and attraction. And it can also represent here, so even with the Knight of Wands as an energy, this is very powerful attraction, chemistry and attraction. So certainly if you're choosing to heal, this will be an energy of, yeah, let's do it. Some kind of conversation, let's do it, let's give it a go, let's move forward. Very powerful on that basis as well. But as far as a relationship is concerned, there may well be chemistry and attraction here, Sagittarius. But I certainly feel here that you decide whether something completes or whether you choose to give something a go and see if things can be healed. And then moving forward with passion and purpose is what I'm seeing for you. All right, so let's pull a couple of spirit messages for you. What do we have for Sagittarius? I also want to say, Sagittarius, as well, just as can be linked with contracts of any kind, this can represent things like go-aheads on visa applications, go-aheads on mortgage approvals. You understand it can be contracts of any kind, so it's not limited to what I've just said. This can be extremely positive in terms of official red tape, bureaucracy, sign-offs, go-aheads. All right, what do we have for Sagittarius? Thank you. So we have a father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So the cards come out for a reason. That's your first message from Spirit. Let's see what else we have. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians? Thank you. For March 2026. Oh, lovely. We have Be Proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. I have to say those two cards together as well, because I feel inclined to say it. It can represent someone saying that they're proud. Just a lovely combination of cards coming out there. Proud of you. Sagittarius, that's what I have for you for the month ahead, March 2026 tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful March 2026 and I will see you next time.